Hello, returning back to finish up my look. Hopefully you caught the first part of this video where I tried on my new foundation from Amy Collet. This is what I have on my skin right now. It's been about 3 hours since I applied it, and so what are we looking like? Looks okay so far. Let's take a tissue test and see how we're doing. I hope if this is the first time that you're seeing my channel that you would consider subscribing. I'm Julia, and I do makeup videos. I do shop my stash videos, get ready with me. I do collaborations, and when I get a new foundation or product in, I like to take a look at it and share it with you, try it on, and talk a little bit about it. I'll call it a product review lightly. So that's what you see there. There is a little bit of transfer there. It doesn't claim to be transfer wear resistant, but I'm checking it to see if the oils are coming through and how bad they're coming through. Definitely on my nose. And all I've done in these few hours is edit a video, upload it, and cooked breakfast and washed some dishes. So I have been a little busy, but not too busy. So I am getting oils. So like I said in the previous video, and again, if you have not watched that, I'll leave it up in the card so you can check it out when I tried this foundation on, the steps I went through, and my initial thoughts of the foundation that I shared with you. So here it is. What I think I should do is, what should I do? I think I'm going to leave it alone right now. I'll powder down later and then spray my face, and that should set it for the day. But right now I'm going to work on my eyelids, putting on some eyeshadow because I want to do a Valentine's Day look. Something a little bold, something a little fun, something a little out there. Say if you're going out with your girls and you're having drinks or eating something light, I should say, or shopping, this is a look that just sets you apart, that makes you feel good. So I'm going to go in with some micellar water. This is the cleansing water, and since, like I said, it's been about 3 hours or so since I've done anything with my face, I'm just going to clean around my eyelids, get all the oils off, because we know us oily skin girls, our combo oily skin, how quickly those oils come through. Now I'm dry up here but oily right in here, and I have a hard time keeping shadows in that area. I mean, they just want to melt right off, get in the creases and everything. So just wipe that dry, and I'm going to go in with two things. I am going to go ahead and use some of this Yummy Skin water resistant serum just because I want to try it on my eyelids and just see. Just only going to use a little bit as a base before I go in with the Juvia's Place eye primer. I'm not recommending you do this. I'm just trying it out. I'm looking for ways to keep my eyelids from looking too creepy once the eyeshadow is applied, or crepey. They do look creepy when that foundation starts to get everywhere. Okay, that's on. I do have a fan somewhere, but I think it's back there, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, now in with the Juvia's Place primer. Just a little bit. So much comes out. I feel like I waste more than I use. See, I don't need all that, but we're going to tap it, get it a little warm, wipe it off a little. Then shear it out. That should do it. Take a lot off this finger and go ahead and tap it on. And shear it out. Use a tiny bit more over here. I know it's early, but do you guys have any plans for Valentine's Day? Anything you're doing a little different, because Valentine's Day is right around the corner next week. So I'm going to go into the Clarity Cosmetic palette, and I'm using the Bloom one in my eyeshadow look. These are pressed pigments in this palette. Still smells good, so we're just going to go in with the outer corner look. I'm going to take a pencil brush from Juvia's Place, and I'm going to go in with this color here. It is Thistle While You Work. Thistle While You Work. In the outer corner here, we're just going to try to make a round outer corner. Nothing sharp, nothing drastic, just round. Then I'm going to blend it out a little, just to carry it out some. Same thing with the other eye. And this is I'd say a teal color. So while I'm doing this video, I have a quiche in the oven, and I already cooked the bacon, and my husband's going to chop up some fruit for our breakfast slash brunch. We eat around 12. Now what I realize is that when you're retired or when you're home all day, every day is the weekend. And you have to realize, like when you work all week, you don't get a proper breakfast or whatever. And so on the weekends, you give yourself a proper breakfast. And my word, it turns into every day a proper breakfast. And on comes the calories. So I love winter. But I am ready for spring because I want to get out there and walk. Walk away these calories. Yes, indeed. Walk away these calories. So I'm looking for my next brush. Here it is. And then I want to go into... What do I want to go into? I think this color right here. Maybe this one here. Maybe this one. Let's... You know what? I need the fluffy brush again. I think I'm going to go into this one right here. This is You Rose to the Occasion. So we're rising to the occasion. Ooh, it's crumbly. Didn't say that it was a new palette in my collection. No way. This has been in my collection a little while. So I'm just going to take this in. I can pick up some without it falling all over the place. I think I have some fallout. Yep, I do. Now this gives me a little more intensity. Definitely a teal color. Let's see if I can wipe that away. Definitely a teal. Let me pick up a bigger brush. Oh, I've got a mess. Now that I have it on, I can just lightly swirl it in and swipe it on without creating a big mess. There I am with it going on. Going to go back in with that smaller brush and pick it up. Tap it off really well because it is messy. Bring it in here, and as you can see, I am not doing the traditional Valentine Day or Valentine colors. No way, Jose. I am stepping out of the box a little bit. Going in with something different. Because I feel you can. You don't have to stick with it. Going back in with Thistle While You Work and deepen that in the outer corner some. Thistle While You Work. Okay, back in. There's hardly any product on this brush. Alrighty, liking that. Next, I'm going to apply another color. I'm going to have to be so, let me just use this tissue and pick up some of that color that's loose. Oh my gosh, so much. It's all over me. Like I said, I had to get rid of this color here because it just broke down. And this one is doing the same thing. Let me get a makeup wipe to kind of clean this up. So now I want to make this look relate back to what I'm wearing. So of course I want to go into some kind of a berry or purple color here. And maybe that's where it will start to look more like a Valentine's Day look. So I tried to clean that off some. Ooh. Got to be careful. It will be all over you or me in a minute. Okay, so I have some choices here. I think I'm going to tap into this one first before I get over here because I think I'm going there. So we're going into just something your leg. Just pulling your leg. Okay, just pulling your leg. The names. So we're going to put that right in here. Can you see that? Just have it come right together there. In the inner corner. Pick up a little more. Now the mattes in this palette are not real creamy, but they're not real stiff either. For some reason I feel that MAC, their mattes are stiff and kind of dry to me, at least from the palettes that I have. This is maybe a little bit more softer than mattes. But girl, these colors, these creamy ones, woo, they are so buttery, they're so soft, they fall right out of the pan. You got to be careful with them. Okay, so I have that on. Now I want to lighten it up a little bit. So, ooh, here or here. I said a little bit. That would be here. Because it has a little bit of that teal in it, that blue look in it. And I'm just going to pat that there. And let's carry that right here. So let's just get a little more of that. Gives me a little shimmer, a little brightness, a little light. Okay, I'm liking that. Let's do the other side. So we get a little bit of the Valentine inspired colors going on here. Didn't plan to use this, but as usual, I don't plan my looks. I didn't think I would use it, I should say. Need a little bit more of that color right in there. Ooh. And did I get it? Yes. Just building it up slowly because I don't want it to be too cray-cray, but I want it there. Like I said, I want a look that stands out, that's bold. Now what I want to do is go down on the bottom lash line and wipe my brush off some. I'm going to start with that first color I used right here. Just tapping the brush in it. Thistle while you work. And I'm bringing it right along that waterline on the outer part of it. Don't want to get it in my eye. Bringing it halfway over. Yeah, it's barely showing. Yeah, I mentioned the quiche because I have to keep my nose out for it. I didn't put the timer on, so I just have to smell to know when it's done. So I don't smell it as of yet. Okay, taking that same brush, I'm going into that shade right here. Actually, I wanted to go into this one first, not the one I used. I have a lot of crepiness around my eyes, so whew, I don't know if it does me any good to go in and kind of bring all of this color to those areas. But she's doing it. She's doing it. Yep. So a little bit of this one, actually, not that one, but who will know the difference? Taking it over some, getting a little bit of a sparkle there. Putting that palette down for a moment. I'm going to clean up around my eyes. I'm liking that. Let's go in with the eyelash curler. You know what I say, get those grays and strays in check. I'm going to go in with some of the Danessa Myricks concealer here. I think it's Flex and Lift, or Lift and Flex. Lift and Flex, I think. Now I have it in a pretty deep shade. Just going to use it here. Things I want to recede a little bit. That's what where I'm using it. Those lines I'd like to have recede. Rescind, and return to sender. Okay, now I need mascara, Amy Collet. And I feel like I need another one because this one is drying out, I believe. I've had it in my collection a while. Let's go. I really like the wand on this mascara. Mascara by Amy Collet. Look at that. It elongates the lashes. At least I can see it with my poor vision. And guys, if you're new here, again, I do makeup basically for the beauties over 60. You know, and anyone else who feels they want to follow me, who don't feel like my style is too, you know, what is it called? Old school. Or I was thinking of the generation, you know, for baby boomer ish, then, you know, follow right along and see what we older gals are up to. Probably not too far off from what you guys are doing. We all get inspiration from one another, I feel. And by this time we're learning what works for us even better. We know our skin type, we know our structure of our face a little better. Our hands may not be as steady, and our eyesight may not be as good. We may miss a few things. I think we all can learn from one another. I feel like I got some of that on my skin, but we'll see. I'll let it sit a while. Now I want to go in with the concealer. No, I'm going to not use the concealer brush. I'm going to use the sponge. And lightly tap that there. And again, this is Danessa Myricks that I'm putting on top of my Amy Collet foundation. I'm liking that. So I want to go into the Pat McGrath. This is her highlighter palette. I don't know the name right now without glasses, and I'm not going to put on glasses. But I'm going into this one right here, and I want to use that under. Is this the best brush? This one I'm going to use. Taking a little bit of that and putting it right here. yeah, come through. It's coming through. A little bit here. I think it just steps that up a bit. That's what I was going for. Now let's go in with a little bit of Fenty, her bronzer. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Gonna use a foundation brush from Mented. That's what she's looking like. Let's go. Right here, girls. Let's go right here and here. Come on, Fenty. Don't hard pan me. You come to the game, you gotta play. Is she coming? Is she stepping up? Come on, Fenty, don't let me down. Fenty will never let you down, I don't think. She may even overdo it sometimes. That's been my thing with Fenty. Too much glitter, too much. So that's why I didn't have a lot of her products. Several of my sister's brands, you know, they have so much. Either the glitter is off the chart or the sheen, too much shine, that dewy look, too much for me and my oily skin. So when Danessa Myricks came out with this line that is perfect for us oily girls, yet skin-like or skincare in the formula, you know, I jumped on it. She became my newest friend, and I think if you watched my Shop My Stash, you will see that I pulled quite a bit of Danessa Myricks products because, yeah, she just changed up that formula and she made something for us oily girls, and I can get behind that. Yeah, I don't need a lot here. I'm liking that. I think now we can go in with a little Mented bronzer that is powdered bronzer. I think that would be good right now. Let's use this brush I've used. No, let's go in with the Danessa Myricks little sponge here. Not sponge, the wedge. This has a red undertone, and when I was just remembered when I was doing the Amy Collet foundation try on, what I loved about it, the base wasn't red, and that's what I like. She got it right, even though, you know, it's a light foundation, lightweight stick foundation that enhances the skin. There's no red undertone that so many companies feel like us brown skinned girls need. Now, don't get me wrong, a nice red orange will help correct a lot of things, but it just throws the coloring off. I'm more neutral, and I can do warm sometimes and I can do cool sometimes, so I can do some of both, but I feel like the neutral undertone works best for me. It did not have a red undertone. So I'm using that dual fiber brush from Mented, and I like it because it doesn't lift up the foundation or anything. It just puts on what you need to go on your skin, what you're working on. Okay, now I want to go in with a blush before I go in with the powder. So for blush, I don't know really. I don't know. Let's go in with Fenty. Fenty has this blush here that is woo, woo. We're gonna use it. I'm gonna take a little bit, dab it off on the back of my hand. and it will be an understatement. Because you know, with her kilowatts, like I was saying, you know, she can make you shine, make you glow. And I don't want all of that right now. No, no, no. So that might be where you know, millennials or Gen Xers or whatever, differ from someone like me. I don't want to, as a baby boomer, have too much of that lit look like that. Okay. Speaking of lit look, I am going to go in with a little highlighter. I'm going to go back to Pat McGrath, and I'm just going to pick up a little bit, just a little bit of that same one. Bring it right here. Yeah, let me make sure I got it on there. It has like a pinkish tint to it. This one does. That's enough. And now I'm going back in with that dual fiber brush and pick up some of my Beauty Bakery. This is a pinch of flour, and it's tinted. So I can't see the name, but it's tinted, and I'm going to, ooh, there's a lot in the cap. I just thought I could take some out of the cap and be good. Sorry about that noise. And I may have to go check my piece. I'm starting to smell something. I don't set right up under my eyes. Too much dryness. So this will help my foundation last all day, I hope. And this pinch of flour by Beauty Bakery, even though it's tinted, it does not interfere with my foundation color. I think it's perfect. So we're going to spray my face with the new Fenty. This is her You Mist. It's supposed to be on par with another famous spray that everybody's using, and the name is Patrick Star. Yeah, it was eluding me. So here we go. I'm never good at spraying my face. I miss it. I mean, M-I-S-S it, not missed it. I'd say I got it on there now after all that. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee. I need a fan, but I don't have one, so I'm just going to pat it in. And that's another thing. If you don't like spraying your setting spray on, you can spray it onto your sponge or your wedge and then apply it. Okay, let's do a lippy. I'm going in with Pat McGrath, and I'm just going to do this trio that I have. Uh-oh. Push too hard. Now it's a little light, and I won't say that the color's perfect with this eye look, but I'm going to work it. I'm not going to go heavy with the lipstick, and it is, like I said, light. But it's a matte lipstick, and I'm feeling the dryness from it, but it comes with this glaze. And I chose this because it just lifts the face. It just does that for me. But I think I want to go in with some Ground Control as my liner. Yeah, that does it. Ground Control is my liner of choice for this color. If you want to know the combination or anything that I've applied to my face, you want to know anything about it, let me know down in the comment section. I'll be happy to share it with you. But if you know, there's no need in putting it down there if you're not interested. So yeah, that's how I roll. Let me take a look and see how this, yeah, there was some fallout with the mascara there, or some oops. And it doesn't hurt to run this cotton swab along the area here, because it helps get the concealer out of the fine lines. So this is my face. I feel like I'm rather made up, but this is my Valentine's Day look number 1. Again, I use the Amy Collet foundation, and I use the Clarity. This is her Bloom palette. A little tricky as it's gotten older, but I have to say right off the bat that one shade in there fell apart right away. I could not keep it. And I think some of the other colors are going the same way. Those soft chromey colors, I think they are. They're beautiful, but they kind of fall apart. They're so soft. Okay guys, I am loving this look. I think it is a perfect day out Valentine's look when you're hanging out with the girls, shopping, eating, doing what you do. I think this is good. It sets you apart. It makes you look special. It makes you look like it's age appropriate and fun. I thank you for watching. I love you for watching. I hope you come back around and check me out more. Spend some time with me as I do my makeup. I'll see you on Friday. Yeah, I don't know what's in the book. Whatever it is, it should be fun. I invite you to come along. So long.